So what is up people, I'm back with another video. So I've checked the comment section and many of you had doubt about this position, which was the last video's puzzle. So many of you have commented the moves ng3 check, h cross g3, which is forced, h cross g3, bishop h5, queen e1 check, queen cross e1 and rook cross h5 checkmate. But on the third move, instead of bishop h5, white has this move queen h5, sacrificing his queen, and after accepting the sacrifice, so let's evaluate this position. White has two rooks and a pawn for a queen, and there is not an imminent checkmate. If black plays some silly move like queen h7, then rook f7 will win the queen. So it is hard for black to find a good move. Let's say black plays the move king to b8, moving away the king. Then white can play rook f7, attacking the queen. And let's say after queen d6, white has this rook h7 move, stopping queen h6. So this position is about equal. So the correct answer for this position is knight g3 check, h cross g3. Now queen e1 check, queen cross e1, h cross g3 check, bishop h5, rook cross h5 mate. Or let's go back. After queen e1 check, if white plays rook f1, then simple queen cross f1, queen cross f1 and h cross g3, bishop h5 and rook cross h5 is again a checkmate. And the third variation, if after queen e1 check, king goes to h2 square, then it's mate in 1, which is h cross g3, it's double checkmate. Coming to our main game, today we are going to see a game played by George Kieninger, and on the black side is playing Paul Mross. This game was played in 1941 in Munich. So let's see what happened on the board. White starts the game by playing e4, black answered with c5. This is called the Sicilian defense. It is the sharpest opening. So c5 is on the board, knight f3, d6, d4 by white, c cross d4, knight cross d4, knight f6, attacking the pawn, and c3, defending the pawn. Here black played a6. This is called the Khan variation of the Sicilian. Here the most played move from the white side is bishop e2. In the game we have g3. The idea for g3 is obvious, to fianchetto the bishop on g2. b5 was played in the game by black. e5 should have been considered, bishop g2 and white ready to castle. Bishop b7, white castle here, and bd7 by black. Rook e1, lining the rook with the black king. Here black played e6, and now let's take a moment and evaluate this position. So white has almost finished his development and castled the king to the safety, while black's king is still in the center and black needs 2 more moves to castle. So given time, black would castle and be in safety. So here white played this dubious move, I'm sure you got it, which is e5, attacking the bishop on b7 as well as the knight on f6. In the game, black captured the bishop cross g2, but instead of capturing the bishop, white played the in-between move, which is e cross f6. So bishop b7 was played. White played f cross g7, bishop cross g7, and now pause the video and find the move. What would you play if you had white pieces? Knight cross e6 is also winning. If pawn cross e6, then rook cross e6. If let's say king goes to f7 square, then rook cross d6. If king e7 trying to support the knight, then comes bishop g5, bishop f6 and bishop cross f6, and black is losing his queen. So after rook cross d6, if bishop c8, defending the knight this way, then comes queen d5 check. Let's say that if the king goes to the e8 square, then comes bishop g5 attacking the queen, and after queen c7, there comes rook e1 check, and after king f8 there is bishop e7 check, king e8 force, and queen h5 will lead to checkmate. Let's come back to this position. Here black played the move knight f5, attacking the bishop as well as the pawn on d6. So black thought he could save both by playing bishop f8. In the game, black played bishop f8, saving the pawn on d6 as well, but resigned after white's next move, and that move was rook e6 check. Black resigned in view of this continuation. If pawn cross e6, then comes queen h5, and this is a checkmate. If not capturing the rook, if let's say bishop e7 blocking, Then comes knight cross d6 check, king f8 is force, bishop h6 check, king g8, queen g4 check, bishop g5 blocking, rook e8 check, knight f8, rook cross f8, cross f8, queen takes g5, queen g7, and queen takes g7 will be checkmate. This was a long variation, but finally we have a checkmate on the board. So let's come back to this move. Black blundered here and played the move bishop f8, saving both. But there is one move which saves black. That move is bishop e5 or castling. Here after castling, white can play knight cross g7 after king cross g and after king cross g7, queen cross d6. Although black's king is some weak, but black can hold this position. So that was it for today. I hope you liked this game. Like every video, in the end, a small chess puzzle for you. The task is very simple. It is black to play and you have to find the winning continuation for black.